1,000 No's. Written by DJ Corchin. Illustrated by Dan Dougherty. How are you today, my friends? How are you today? I hope that you're okay, my friend. Oh, deep in my heart, I want to say, I hope that you're okay today. Hi. We're going to read this marvelous little book today, 1,000 No's. DJ Corchin, not like, I mean, he might be a DJ. I think that's the initials of his name, like Daniel Joseph, is an award-winning children's book author and illustrator from Chicago. He loves to connect people through humorous stories about communication, kindness, and social emotional awareness. I like to do that too. His books are known for being fun and thoughtful discussion starters in this complex world. And then Dan Dougherty is an award-winning illustrator and writer of comics and children's books. Working in a dynamic range of publishing genres, these are fun words, aren't they? He enjoys living, breathing, me too, and teaching the craft of visual storytelling. I kind of like doing that too. Dan lives and works as a professional artist and musician in Chicago. Chicago! I really enjoy this particular cover, minus the slip, where we have the main character who appears to be very worried, perhaps concerned, and I would be too, because look at all of these no's. No, 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 and on the back. No, 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 no. So many no's. And the splash page starts, as you might imagine, quite bleak, gray and black. 1,000 no's. 1,000 no's. Yep, there it is. 1,000 no's. She had a great idea. Or at least she thought she did. That's when she got her first no. It was heavy. It was hard to carry. And it kind of hurt. It does kind of hurt to have to carry a no. It's just one no, she thought. Surely I can handle one no. Then she got a second no. Ugh! This no was heavier than the last, and it was harder to carry, and it hurt even more. She tried to stop them, but the no's got inside of her idea. And her idea got bigger. Enough, she thought. Then another no. Goodness gracious. I will say, although hearing and carrying all of these no's is very stressful, this no does have an interesting swirly pattern, does it not? I wonder if that will help the situation. And another no, and another no, and another no. Well, you know the answer to that question. No, it did not help. the idea, or our friend No. Not only did her idea get heavier, but it got poked and twisted, and it started to change shape. Her idea is changing with all of these no's. Her idea got so big, it was clear she needed help. This almost appears as though, when Gerald screams very loudly and Piggy gets knocked over by all of Gerald's emotions and worries and anxieties. Looks like all of those no's caught inside of this idea are having the same effect on her. It's the effect that so many no's have on, oh no. She wasn't sure how she felt about someone else helping with her idea. After all, it was her idea. But this called for drastic measure. I sneezed. 2 sneezes, everybody. My goodness, Mr. Gregg. Let me come over here. I need you to know the sneezes were not part of the story, and I'm very sorry. Something must have crawled up my nose like a little piece of dust, or maybe a piece of hair from the rabbit, or maybe some cat fur, dander, as they say. Anyway, it went up my nose, and I said, achoo, 2 times. Point is, all of these no's that are making this idea entirely too heavy and overwhelming, I think she feels like she does need to get some help. Oh. She whistles. Look what's happened. So she gives a whistle, and the really drastic measures come in. Here's another friend with a large, looks like a snowplow, except maybe it's a no plow. This should make things better. Oh boy. No after no after no came. Some of them made her idea really challenging. Look, even one no came in a pelican or a stork. Large nose and rocky nose. And she's hanging on to a sideways N. This is very overwhelming. Now, some of the no's actually made it easier. She's crawling up to her idea. And some split it into pieces. There were just so many no's. She needed more and more people to help. But soon, something interesting happened. I have to tell you what's interesting here. Do you see what we see for the first time? Yeah, it's color beyond black and white. This is beautiful yellow. Well, let's see what happens on the next page. She began to get curious about what her idea might end up looking like. In fact, it became fun for everyone to add more no's and see how her idea would change and grow. It seems like having all of this community support is really helping, huh? And people are taking the no's and they're bringing those no's to build something new. Ah, there's a fun no. Oh, there's a fun no. I wonder what's happening here. My goodness, they certainly are colorful. They don't seem as stressful to me. They almost seem fun. Number 997, number 998, number 999, and on the 1000th no, she looked up and saw her great idea. That's a lot of no's. She's looking up, and all of her friends are also looking up. Look at all of her friends. How amazingly and wonderfully helpful they were. All of her friends. That idea didn't look anything like it did before. But she was okay with that. 1,000 no's, with the help of so many friends in the community and even a very large crane, made a larger, more colorful, bold yes. And it even influenced the back splash page. Wow. Do you remember where we started with all of those no's? And it can be so very overwhelming to be one person who has a good idea, and then one person has to carry so many no's, and those no's start to get into your idea, and they start to change your idea, and things get very heavy, and it feels like, I've been in this position where it feels like there's nothing I can do. And I remember I can call friends, and those friends can start to take my nose and reassemble my nose and color my nose and organize my nose and paint my nose until it becomes this beautiful, colorful, creative, hopeful yes. Ah, yes. I quite like this book. How are you today, my friends? My voice went weird there, huh? How are you today? Perhaps it was the same thing that made me sneeze. Oh, deep in my heart, I might sneeze again. I want to say, I think I'm gonna sneeze again. I hope that you are so much more than okay, to the point that all of your no's and your worries and your anxiety and your fear come together with a community of people who love you and who you love and become a large yes. My friends,